Hello, what's up YouTube? Bringing you some new gameplay here. Just a little bit of Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. Still playing with the Blue Eyes deck, but this one is a little different. And apparently I have 4 missions I completed somehow. If it ever loads, I don't know if it's ever going to load. Right now we have the Tetsu Trudge event, and he's really not worth farming. I mean, you could waste your time farming this dude, but he doesn't really have anything. Realistically, I would just use him as an XP farm. I wouldn't even bother trying to get his cards. The only card he has that's even significant is Assault Dog. But Assault Dog is just basically good for the same reason Peten's the Dark Clown is good, which I already have 3 copies of. You know, I don't see myself trying to use Egyptian God cards anytime soon. So I'm not going to put 3 Assault Dog and 3 Peten's the Dark Clown in my deck. That's, you know. Anyways, let's get into the gameplay. So as this title's going to be, it's probably because I haven't posted this video yet. I'm not streaming live or anything. The video is probably going to be titled like Neo Glow Moss shafted me or something. So as the title would suggest, I will get into that. Let's see. Bandit Keith versus Merrick. No. Yami. Okay, here we go. So first match. This guy is running a Seto Kaiba deck, and yes, he is also running Blue Eyes. My Blue Eyes deck is a lot different, though, as you'll soon see. And I don't know why it's not loading. I don't know why this is taking so long. So we got Mr. Seto Kaiba. Seto Kaiba! Yugi! Moto! If you ever watch the Japanese version of the of Yu-Gi-Oh, like, you know, I don't speak Japanese, so it's just like only for shits and giggles. It's hilarious. So he activates this, and he does not do it as fast as it's making it seem. No, he takes his long ass, slow ass time with it. So, you know, I'm like over here mocking him and things like that. And then again, he pauses, takes his slow ass time. It shows it at the fastest possible way, but in reality, this guy is just taking for fucking ever. He pulls out that guy. He thinks he's like the G, and this part's hilarious. Okay, so as you can see, what he has is a very stereotypical Blue Eyes deck. All right. Now he's going to attack through, and he's gonna, you know, pop my life points out and everything. Now, the reason why I use Yugi Moto and not Seto Kaiba is because Yugi Moto has dark draw sense. So when I take 1500 or more life point damage, the very next turn I can draw a dark monster. I only have 3 dark monsters in my deck, and all 3 of them are Cosmo Brain. So what happens the moment it rolls around on my turn, boom, I get Cosmo Brain out. Now, here's the really fucked up part, and this is why I'm running Lava Glom in my deck. I'm running 2 of these guys, by the way. So all I get to do, even though he's got more monsters than me, boom, suddenly he only has 1 monster, and it's not strong enough to attack Cosmo Brain. And now he's losing life points every turn. So then boom, he doesn't even know what to do, because there's nothing he can do. He can't tribute because he needs extra monster. So he does the best thing he can do, which is Synchro Summon. So then he pulls out, you know, the best thing you can do is synchro summon this guy right here, Giga Castle, which he does. You know. So, and actually, this is when I use Draw Sense Dark. I didn't use it before, but then I pull out this guy. So I pull out 2 Cosmo Brains. Pull out that guy. He activates his card. And he has Majestic Eyes of Blue, which does absolutely fucking nothing. It does, like, in the literal sense, does everything that absolutely fucking nothing does. And he stops one monster from attacking, but then it's just like, my Blue Eyes is going to attack. It doesn't matter. So, bloop. There's that. Now, here's the interesting thing about my deck. You're going to see in this next match here. This is what makes my deck very unique and very interesting. And this is also what makes my deck both good and bad. Because one particular monster in particular can completely stop my deck. And this was just like a hilarious thing that I did not intend. My opponent did not intend for it to happen. And it just came up out of, like, seemingly nowhere. And of course, Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links is being stupid like usual, so. Yep, this is the equivalent of Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. Like, 24/7. Okay. This is what I constantly have to deal with. It doesn't matter what internet connection you have. It doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter what service you have or anything. If you want to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, Konami has decided, I don't know what they did, but 3 updates ago they did something, and this has now been a consistent and constant problem, and it's really kind of annoying. On the bright side, I am getting like 60 frames per second, so see if going outside helps at all. Which, probably not, apparently. My internet's fine. You can see right there, my internet's completely fine. I actually have pretty damn good internet. So, thanks Konami. Thanks Cone Money. On the bright side, I am getting an average of 60 frames per second, if not more. Camera's not really focusing. Alright. If Cone Money could get their shit together. Trying to play You Homie Duel Links, but Cone Money can't get their shit together. It's been like this since the previous 3 updates, and they have not fixed it yet. They've had 3 updates where they've had this problem and have chosen not to fix it. So anyways, now that that's over, the very next duel I have in this game. Okay. This one's really interesting. And this guy sent me that nice button, and I sent him that nice button back. Lord Zombie. Lord Harmby here. Lord Harmby and his dank memes. So, and I actually get a pretty good hand. This is actually a good hand to have. And the reason why is then I can basically get 2 blue eyes to my hand. And then I draw a Cosmo Brain. So it's like already a really good hand. So as you can see, I get my cards out here, and I'm pulling everything out. And I'm thinking that this guy is just totally screwed. There is nothing he can do. And so sure enough, he puts a face down card. And I'm thinking, why even bother dealing damage? And the reason why is because once again, I get my fantastic Lava Glom. It's very fabulous. So now at this point, I'm just summoning stuff, just removing some of his back row so I don't have to deal with it later. Because he's having like these brief pauses, which makes me suspicious. Now this, I was actually kind of like actively mocking him. I was like, what does that accomplish? Because it accomplishes nothing. And it's also kind of annoying because then it makes, you know, takes me longer to bring out Lava Glom. You know. So then it's my turn. His turn. Neither of us can seem to, you know, pull out monsters. Except for him. And he pulls out the tiniest, just most pathetic monster. Does a whopping 500 damage. And right here, this is exactly what I want. I want him to have, like, a second monster. So then Blue Eyes comes, or excuse me, Lava Golem comes out. I have a second Lava Golem in my hand. Now, this card makes me lose the duel. And you're gonna see why in a minute. And I'll have to explain my deck after this to explain why that makes me lose the duel. But here we go. He attacks. I draw. End the battle phase. Because I draw a monster. That's Neo Glow's effect. I pull out another Lava Glom, and I just sit there with it. So, you know, that was my main strategy, was I was just going to burn him out of his life points at this point. Because I get an extra bonus reward if I don't do any battle damage. I should have probably finished him off, but I didn't. So, more burn damage. And then out comes Neospacey and Glowmoss again. And then, boom. This is the part. Once again, I draw a monster. And so it's the end of the battle phase. Okay. Now, I'm sure you've already noticed I've only played all monsters. So, now it's coming down to this. I have these guys out, and I'm thinking I'm just going to burn them out. He realizes real quickly what's up, though, and so he goes out of his way. He goes out of his way. He pulls out his Neospace. And that's actually a pretty good combo, too, by the way. But then he gets rid of that Lava Glom. And the most amazing thing is I can't get rid of that Neospacey and Glowmoss. And you're gonna see why here in a minute. So, you know, and I completely glance I go to attack and draw another monster and the battle phase. It's literally the dumbest thing in the world. All he has to do is attack with Neospacey and Glowmoss, which he does, and it's game over for me. So he attacks, and the reason why is because I draw yet another monster. Battle phase ends by Neospacey and Glowmoss effect, and then it's game over. He wins. Now, to explain how that works, and this is why my deck is both really good and really bad, I will never draw a spell card I don't need, and I will never draw a trap card I don't need. And the reason being, this is the real amazing reason, I have no spells, and I have no trap cards. Neospacian's Glow Moss's effect is that when you attack with Neospacian Glow Moss, your opponent draws a card. If they draw a monster, it ends the battle phase. If they draw a spell card, the attack becomes a direct attack. If they draw a trap card, I forget what that effect is, but it's something very similar. So, in this instance, I kept drawing monsters, because he would attack with it, or I would attack it and draw a card. Every time a monster is drawn, the battle phase ends, and the attack does not go through. So, basically, I just lost, like, just outright, just because of that. Realistically, he could have just used Neospacian Glow Moss and just had that on the field, and that would have been like an instant lose. So if you ever encounter an opponent where the only cards they have in their deck is monsters, use Neospacian Glow Moss. I just thought that was really neat, and that was really cool, so wanted to post that in my YouTube account. If you guys like this video, that's cool, go and like it. If you want, thumbs it down, cool, thumbs it down. If you want to subscribe, that's great. If you don't, I'm not going to beg you to subscribe. Now, however, if you want to comment, do comment on my videos, because I actually do want to read your comments. Until next time.